Hello guys, my name is Gal Ramirez. I'm part of the team Thrust Lectures. I'll be showing you how to demonstrate and safely handle the Bunsen burner. So first things first, you want to put in optimal PPE such as your gloves, lab coat, and goggles. So once you've gotten that, you can actually start gathering your materials. So what you'll need is a Bunsen burner, a rubber tube, and a striker. Once you've gotten those equipments, then what you need to do is actually prep your area. So first off, you want to actually take out anything that could pose a risk or flammable. So you want to take anything that's flammable, anything that could probably explode, or just anything that could probably cause harmful damage to yourself, others, and your experiment. So as you can see, my table doesn't have anything on it, so my area is safe. Next, you want to actually disinfect your area with 70% ethanol spray, or just any typical isopropyl alcohol wipe. So once I've sprayed my area down, you're gonna let it air dry for a little bit because ethanol is flammable. Okay. Once we're gonna let it dry, then we're actually able to continue on with the Bunsen burner. Now that the ethanol is dry, we can actually start setting up. So some key features of the Bunsen burner, as we have here, the Bunsen burner itself. We have the air control nozzle right here. We have the input valve gas, and we have the metal cage that allows oxygen to go into so you can get those double flames. But as you can see, there's a problem here with this Bunsen burner. The oxygen gate is open. When you first get your Bunsen burner, you want to check it for anything. So that anything being, you want to make sure this gate is closed. So you can see this barrel's also loose. You want to make sure it's tight. And so once you just basically turn it to the right, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Once you make sure it's not shaky or anything, you can then go to the metal gate. As you can see, it's open. You can see right through it. Now to close it, you just twist it, and this is what a closed oxygen gate should look like. So you want to make sure when you do find the Bunsen burner, when you do gather it and you've made your everything what I said beforehand, this is how your Bunsen burner should look like. It should be closed. That's how it's properly closed with the air gate, and also make sure the gas valve is completely closed. Again, righty tighty, lefty loosey. You want to turn it clockwise. If it isn't budging, that means it's properly closed. And if I turn it to left, I'm basically opening the gas valve, so gas will be going in if this did have a rubber tube in at the moment. So I'm gonna close the valve. So now I make sure that everything's set up for the Bunsen burner. Then what you'll also want to do is inspect your tubing. When you're inspecting your tubing, you want to make sure there's no foreign objects or any tears on your Bunsen burner. I can see that there is no tears, there's no foreign objects in here, so this tube is actually safe for using. So here, I'm going to connect the gas valve to our gas outlets. So you want to make sure you get a proper seal. Once you have that proper seal, you can then put it into the inlet for the Bunsen burner, as found right here. Once you have your inlet, you can actually turn on the gas. To turn on the gas, you would move the position at the already standing 90 degrees. So now I've moved it 90 degrees. The gas is now on. And how to also check it, now that the gas is on, we start opening the gas needle valve. You should hear actual gas escaping out. You can hear the gas air flowing. So now that we have a gas flowing, then we could actually light the spark. So to actually use the striker, you want to push in upwards. So if I were grabbing it like this, I'm pressing force upwards so I can make sure the flint is lit. So I'm pushing upward force on the striker. See? And now that's how we get a spark. Again, I'm gonna turn off the gas just to be sure, and then I'm gonna make sure upward force on the striker. So you can see I have sparks. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the gas again, lefty loosey, to open the valve. Now that the fire's running, now I can see this is a kind of like a bad fire. You can barely see it, but there is a fire going. And to actually get that double cone that I was talking about, you actually want to open the oxygen air valve. It's kind of hard to see, but there's two flames here. The innermost cone is the hottest one at the very tip. So the entirety purpose also for the Bunsen burner is to sterilize or to disinfect. So basically, if you were to use a hoop like this, how would you properly sterilize it? So as I said, the innermost cone is the hottest one. So what you want to do is find the peak of the most inner cone, and then slowly, and then put it on the top, on the very top of it. As you can see, it's almost immediately red. And to actually properly sanitize it or sterilize it, you want to slowly make it entirely orange. As you can see, I'm slowly making it orange all the way through to all the point. As you can see, slowly. There we go. And another thing, you don't want to actually put this needle at the base of the fire, because as you can see, it's not getting red. And if I were to leave it long in there, it would actually get hot only on the sides, because that's where almost direct flame is. And if you put it at the base, it won't even heat up. It takes a while. So again, you want it at the peak of the fire. And once you're at the peak of the fire, it turns red almost instantly. So basically, that's how you disinfect a loop. Again, just slowly at the peak of the fire. As you can see, it's red, and it's also flaming too. It's kind of awkward to see it on my end, but as you can see, again, all the way slowly, make sure everything is bright hot red. Bright hot red. Now this is the sterile loop. And now that we're finished, we can actually start this assembly of the Bunsen burner. For this assembly of the Bunsen burner, you actually want to start by turning off the oxygen airflow to cut oxygen to it, and then you want to turn clockwise of the gas needle valve, righty-tighty, so you want to turn it to the right to close the gas. So you can shut off the gas completely. Once you've done that, you can then turn off the gas 90 degrees of the position where it was found, and now the gas is completely off. I hope this serves as a well demonstration of the Bunsen burner. If you have any more questions or clarification, please feel free to ask me or any of my group members. But again, so for putting it away, you want to then remove the tubing from the gas inlets. And now your Bunsen burner is fully disassembled. Again, you want to make sure that your oxygen gate is closed, fully closed, and this is how the person who's going to use it next time should find it as well. You also want to make sure that the Bunsen burner does cool off for a little bit, because it is hot, so about 10 minutes for it to cool. Again, this probably won't be your evaluation. Most definitely won't be your evaluation. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. And yeah, thank you very much.